things come and go in economies, but if you can have the arts lift everything else up, I think that can last for ages. And so the arts are always the foundation of a strong community, in my opinion.
The importance of art to this community is bringing people together of all ages, all backgrounds. Art is non-discriminatory.
That ability to express yourself is so concrete to our existence. And I want people to come here and be fearless.
I would like to thank David and Cindy Starr for their vision, because this wouldn't be here without them.
At some level, the time was just really right for this. And when you have somebody like David Starr and Cindy, the two of them with the energy that they have, if they put their mind to something, they're gonna make it happen.
I was one of the initial people that Cindy Starr approached, and she asked me to facilitate the group who would brainstorm and plan.
Cindy would talk a great deal about how we really needed a place to have music and shows and activities.
So we sort of found some like-minded people.
And the next thing we know, we are all gathered down here in this basement, meeting together.
Those first few meetings were just sort of like all these creative people in a room, you know, all excited and all trying to figure out how we were going to pull together and make it happen.
And it was all the more fun because it was actually down in a basement, as if we were in some secret society down there. And the more we talked about it, it's like, we don't have to be down here in this basement. This is good stuff, and people are going to like it.
We have over 205 volunteers from a town of 2,000. That's pretty remarkable. It's like 10% of the population. And people love working here, not just in the gallery, but for concerts and special events. It's magical to be a part of this.
When I can give back to the Art Center, that's what I try to do. And Andrew and Keith, I advocated for them to get employment.
A job.
A job. They did. Here we are. Because we have a small community and we really need to stick together for the betterment of it. Teamwork. Correct.
We have concerts, we have children's classes, we've had workshops, and it's such a gathering place, and everybody loves being here. We get a lot of new people every week. I sit at the front desk every Tuesday morning, and it always amazes me when people wander in and they're looking around like, wow, this is really something right here in Cedaredge.
Yeah, there's some pretty big-time people that so far have come here to entertain this community, and it's because we have this facility here.
I don't know if I should mention names or not, but John Oates filled Madison Square Garden the month before he came here. And you know, to have him here and those quality of people available in our little community is more than any of us could have ever imagined what would happen.
It's more than an arts and events center. It's a focus of creativity. And I think that's very important. It's important not only for the adults in the community, but especially for the children.
The children that come into the art gallery, little guys, they develop a passion and a desire, and I think it'll follow them throughout their lives. And I can see that in 10 years, some of them will have their work hanging on these walls.
Like, it makes me feel like, really like there's no limits to it, and like I could really express like whatever I want with it.
Whether you're a singer, a painter, a dancer, an actor, you have a place here. Like, you can express yourself here, and it's provided such an amazing place to do that.
With art, you can do anything at any time of your life. Yes, it might get harder when you're older, but I definitely will want to do some form of art when I'm older. Maybe that just might be painting or coloring in a coloring picture, but that's still really fun and really important.
I guess when you're my age, you consist mostly of memory. Lots of my poems are about people and experiences in my past, and writing those keeps those people and places alive in my mind. Her name was Truth. Of course, Verity means truth. Her name was Truth by Hannah Watts. Somewhere in the Colorado Plains, she grew from a seed that was dropped there by the Queen of the world. When I met her, she was almost old. She made bread in the fire and spoke poetry and defiance in an unhurried rhythm. She laughed out loud at the jokes chirped to her by the grasshoppers and the bee-balm flowers in the garden. They loved her so much, they chose to grow old with her. She didn't wear a bra because she didn't want a bra. And she didn't cuss too much because she was a lady. Did she make moonshine? Or did she make the moon shine? Both. Her name was a sword, and her compliment a jewel that I still keep in my pocket to admire on the nights when I wonder if I will ever be anything like her. I think this place will encourage our young people to try to do things like that. That's my hope.
It's not a stretch to say that this is the heart of the community.
The Art Center has become, after my home and family, probably the most important part of my life. And it's what I see as my legacy to a town that I've adopted and love very much. So it's what I'm hoping to leave behind for everybody.
Art isn't somewhere else, okay? It's here. It's not someplace that you have to go to and find. You can find it right in your hometown.
It's like a part of me now, this center. It's like coming home. I've discovered a purpose, and sharing that with other people really has brought great joy.
When you discover something, the heart misses a beat. And I've experienced that, and I want our children to experience that, and I believe that this place will make that much more likely to happen.
It's a place for all.
That's right.
Yeah.